that a Canterlane? Excuse me. Yes, I am quite wobbly on my feet, but don't worry, there's a ballet bar there. And, well, I'm hoping the digital recording studio is made of stone stuff, because it's there on the floor. It's leaning against the glass table. Oh yeah, where are you going? Hello, Mum. Oopsie daisy. I caught you! You don't mind? Well, it's time to do something, isn't it? 24 minutes past 9, and this was on the floor. It's really quite old. Well, I was writing in using gel ink pens. It says MIC, meaning miscellaneous, ... Ellipsis, my 5-year-old godson was taught. No, I've read the first half line whenever I found it and put it on the glass table a few days ago. My existence is not measured in the ages of man, nor by any time as you experience it. My span is measured in purpose. Desmond Oak, O-A-K-E, singular, dragon, spoke, as Twinkly danced and swam, marvelling at this new reality. I wrote this when I met Amanda, 2007 winter. We met at a Shugal Nifty gig. Mad, short Scottish chef. She was the night chef at Claridge's and Gordon Ramsay's highest paid chef. She wasn't allowed. Only a bloody business actually, what she wasn't allowed. She wasn't allowed to tell anyone how much she got paid. And he was like, you're not allowed in the staff bonus pool. And she was like, so what? You want me to work for you? This is how much it costs. She didn't really like his cooking. She preferred Prue Leaf's cooking. So I wrote this when I was with Amanda in the arse pit of Angus, a place called Brecon. She used to be the personal chef, private chef to Lord and Lady Dalhousie. Well, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to say that they put tomato sauce on all their food. I think that would be soul destroying for a chef of such quality. She preferred to work trying to feed people for £12.90 a day, 3 meals. Well, she baked everything. Angel Delight has no nutritional value and is banned, but it's cheap. And so the previous chef had an arrangement. I use the cook word loosely. She did it because there was no other way. No, it wasn't £12.90. No, well, because it was an article in the Sunday newspaper that said, scandal at NHS Council retirement home, £12.90 a day. And Amanda went, I wish I had that much. It was like 4 times the amount she had. Desmond Oak Dragon spoke as Twinkly danced and swam, marvelling at this new reality. I just knew that there was this mad, incredible, sensational presence bouncing all night to Shugal Nifty. And we were near the back, but where there was plenty of space to dance though, obviously. And her sister was there too, and at the end of the gig she tapped me on the shoulder and said, do you want to walk to the car with us? And I went, of course. And she kind of asked me out, and I was like, I couldn't, actually, when I went on the date, I had no memory of what she looked like. I just remember she was unbelievable presence. I was right. I recognise word and familiar sounds, said Tingly to Gloria, the Hebridean water sprites. The blazing phoenix, that's me, turned her fire opal eyes to the inquisite star. He is speaking in the tongue of creation. I'm a bit loose with he and she when it comes to Jasmine. Desmond Oak Dragon is Jasmine. this is pre-Jasmine. I was still called Jasmine at the time by foreign people. What's your name? Desmond. Jasmine, yes. One time with Ava on the banks of the river Ganga, proper name for Ganges. And if I say ganja, everyone goes like, marijuana! And it's like, it's the name of the effing river, you numpties. It's not my fault you're illiterate. Adults are talking. Sit down and be quiet until you actually know something. Then we're all willing to listen. Until that time, numpties should be seen, possibly, and never heard. To paraphrase my mother. Desmond is speaking in the tongue of creation. He has freely given her the gift of this primal language to Twinkly. She had it anyway. In awe and friendship, Tinkly and Tingly, trailblazing star, and water sprites also snuggled up to motherly Gloria and fell asleep. I wish I knew who Gloria still is. All my characters are based on real people. Yes, I leave a lot of space for women to write about women's characters, but I do have a lot. All the women characters are the best. Shogun Shinshendu's alright. And the Shaman are bad, but they're me. Shogun Shinshendu kept a well-drilled and organised army in warrior arts, cooking, cleaning, animal husbandry, poetry, singing, music, etc. Did I say cooking? Tannering as well, leather workmanship. Well, that was their armour, it was tartan leather. He has freely given her the gift of this primal language. In awe and friendship, Tinkly and Tingly, trail-blazing star and water sprites, also snuggled up to motherly Gloria and fell asleep. Time stood still. He does that a lot, actually. And time. Twinkly, Amanda. Chef Master Lindsay, Amanda. Short cook that everyone thinks is a man. And at 360 degrees, she throws kitchen equipment, knives, etc. with deadly accuracy. That's Amanda. Chef Master Lindsay, Linzei. Badass. I won't say how she died. She has to die in the story, so I went, okay. In awe and friendship, Tingly and... oh yeah. Time stood still. Thank God for that. Why? Because I wandered off. As long as we didn't waste any time. Twinkly spoke and spoke with the oak, with an E, dragon. Plural is O-A-K-E-S. Yes, it is my family name. A new day dawned. In some small significant way, we are all in charge of some small significant part of our, and those around us, destiny. Destiny. Tiny Des, that's me. That was me falling in love, can't you tell? Got a good reason for taking the easy way out now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's the day, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. Oh, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. It's a great song, isn't it? All my loving I will send to you. All my loving I will, darling, I'll be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. Oh dear. That's how I woo. This is probably a good time to point out dodgy teeth, gonna get worse. And well, the right hand side's pretty much dead from the radiotherapy. That's a good question. It's not that I don't feel pain, although I have noticed that I don't feel pain straight away, so I can hit things really hard. Just saying. You know. Well, I mean, people with padding round wooden dummies are, I want to say pussies. The pussies, unless they're women, and then they're magnificent and sensible. If they're men, I don't care. Just chop the balls off. Why? Mercy killing. Where are we? Me. It's Desmond time. No. Do I always say avoid D for Desmond? I'm sure I do. I don't know why A goes well with D. So does F. Desmond, and I'm calm, but breathe. Mistrial. Sorry. It was a mistrial. Well, we're up 10,000 since yesterday. It went down a couple of thousand the day before. Other than that, it's quite exponential. Scottish law states, I don't need to look at the book. Scottish law, of which there are no statute of limitations. Hey up, cock. Sean to clear. Hopefully not me. Pride before the fall, that lesson. I have no pride. I don't think so. No. No. Unlike most men who resort to violence because of their foolish pride, I always, I used to be, I can run, I can scare people to bejesus. And I've never thrown a first punch and nor would I. But a nudge from me can be quite violent. Only elbows. And I'm not allowed to turn the other cheek now. Or the above. Promised my mum, that's enough. Well, actually, she did make me promise. But she also warned me, telling you so. Well, when Mum says jump, there is absolutely no delay with me. And my brother and sister, they went as adept at changing everything about existence to suit whatever Mum had just said. Whereas, it's what I do anyway, isn't it? Hey up, cock. Don't look at eyes. Stop looking at my cock. It's actually, it's really quite offensive, isn't it? Or beautiful plumage. That would be it. Adults only on this channel. On all the channels I'm on, actually. And I did notice that today, the outside conversation about football, I made adult. I don't know. I have to ask that person. It's probably something to do with Newcastle. He didn't have much of a Geordie accent, did he? Yeah, I bet he has. Oh, my lass, you should have seen us ganning. Just as they, oh, the lads and lasses there, oh, with smiling faces. Blading races, oh, me lass, you should have seen us ganning. Bob Speedy knew my father. That would be ESPN football. You need David Speedy as a pundit. Well, A, he's hilarious. B, he can tell a story and sing. C, he's played for every club in England. He's a Scottish internationalist. I don't know. Presumably he's in the same camps as Steve Nicol. And he was at Chelsea through the whatever glory it is. Him and Kerry Dixon were unbelievable together. In fact, that whole team was unbelievable. Well, my father would say, the Chelsea fans are incredible. He said, they're kind of racist. He said, right back or left back. I think he was right back. Unbelievable player. Like a modern player, up and down the wing, etc., etc. Like Ryan Giggs, but left back, right back. I think he was right back. And he was black as the backfire, as Dad would say. To say the back of the fire, yeah. We had a coal fire, coal miners, free coal. So my brother and my dad always made sure that every pensioner, etc., never, or single mum, any family, never went without coal. Well, that's what you do in coal mining areas. It wasn't unusual. In fact, it was the norm. Everyone did it. There wasn't a family that didn't. No one goes without in a coal mining village. If I've got and you haven't, then unless it's taken the PISSS, we share. Get a lot of piss takers. So, my dad said, the Chelsea fans are racist. He said, one of their best players is this unbelievable player. My dad would know the name. I can see him and I can feel the name. And I can hear my dad going. So my dad came back the first time and he said, son, I don't know how old I am, it's the 80s, 10, 12. And he said, and so this is what the Chelsea fans who adored this player sang. He's a wog, he's black as black can be. He's blacker than you and me. He's a wog, It's the most extraordinary thing, the 1980s football crowd. They would scream and hurl racist abuse at anyone they could, especially the opponent. But whilst a black player or an ethnic player for their team was, about to take a throw-in or a corner or something, and you're just like, have you been lobotomized? It's very popular for mental illness and pre-60s and before, where they cut a piece of your brain out for behaviour. Well, they didn't know what it did. They just knew it stopped you being a dick. But they then started using it on anybody, like electroshock therapy, which has gone popular again. We played piano. Oh no, we played for Desmond. Oh. D for Desmond. I'm sure I warned people to stay away. Hello. Duh, 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 duh. Well, that's quite appropriate for you. Look, it's the first song. I could love you all night long. I know, well, I'm trying to be modest. Your children might be watching. DJ Traffy, eh? I mean, usually no music gets the most looks, which is really rather sweet actually, though surprising to me. But DJ Traffy's off the scale. And there is a part of me that's thinking, am I abusing Lee? Because that's not my intention. My intention is, well, actually, my intention is always like, DJ Traffy's he's a legend in his own music genre. He absolutely is. Anyone that supports M-Zone is an internationally accomplished DJ. Why? Because he doesn't... Superfast Oz, the greatest DJ I know, he supported M-Zone. Michael, a friend of mine from Armthorpe, Doncaster, he's got his own studio now. I saw him when I was at university the night Superfast Oz was opening. Superfast Oz was the best. And I think everyone wanted to see whether Mick could handle it. Mick could handle any crowd. I used to carry his records, late 80s, early 90s. But travel to the club, not illegal raves, clubs. And I'd carry his records and drink, and everyone used to call me a beer monster, and they were off the tits on ecstasy. And all the girls would chat me up because the DJ was married and not interested in women, because he's married, beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful man. And so he was just like, wait a minute, I'm a coal miner who's in his 30s, and all of a sudden all the women are throwing themselves at me. So some of them would be like, well, if I can't have the DJ, I'll have his mate. Hello, I'll be your DJ's mate for the night and the weekend. And hey, it's all consensual. And I was being used, in fairness. A beach buggy, that was the important bit. We travelled in a beach buggy from the pub in Rotherham. We travelled from Doncaster to Rotherham pub in the beach buggy. So DJ Traffy, I feel like I'm borrowing his fame to get looks, which is not my intention, so I do apologise. However, I had noticed, I came to the realisation today when I was apologising to Lee and saying, actually, I discovered that Lee, for quite some time now, DJ Traffy, if I need dance music, I just go to DJ Traffy because it's so everyone's a winner. He's really good at what he does. His brother was great. His brother was a great DJ too, and a poet. Famously, I was always like, look, he doesn't start the fight. He shouldn't get in trouble for finishing it effectively. Well, I mean, obviously I was, talking about him, but I was talking about myself as well, because if I eventually lost my temper and thought like, okay, you all die. Well, I think if they had video cameras at phones in every pocket in the 80s and 90s, there might be some victim. The law says I'm allowed to defend myself. Anyone that attacks me, it's an attack on my life. I don't need to use martial arts. In the windpipe, in the balls. Half a second later, I'm saying, when you start breathing properly and not in pain, about 20 minutes, go to church and ask God for forgiveness. I agreed that with Mum. So, I quite like that In Excess song in Jimmy Barnes. They're having an empty. 'Cause I feel good tonight. Everything's gonna be right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music gonna play all night. Come on, baby. It'll only take a minute. He means sex. That's the promise I can't keep. It's only gonna take. VH1, VH1. Why aren't you suggesting a song? Because I'll sing something you don't like, whereas you've got exquisite taste in music. Lenny Kravitz. He's too sexy to even contemplate. What would a rock sing? Deep Purple. What? Someone's lost their mind. Sweet child in time. You see the line that's drawn between good and bad. If you see the light, whoa, I see the light. If I knew the tune, I can reach the notes. They were gits. They knew it's difficult to sing live, and they kept playing it. Richie Blackmore would play it when Ian had said, look, don't play it tonight, because they'd have to cancel the tour because his vocal cords would be ripped. Sweet child in time. Monsters in Rock. Is that the right note? I can see it. It's got their faces on Mount Rushmore. I used to listen to it when I worked with the horses. And Rainbow. You took me all night long. I'm trying not to sing. What? I want to know what love is. Of course I know what love is. And I want you to show me. I want to... Yes, Vanessa. Oh, shit. Moscow for V. You know, you were the last opportunity that I had to express myself. See you at the bitter end. I was thinking, well, you might as well. Yes, I know. I was imagining what you'd say to the kids. Placebo. Without you, I'm nothing. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. See the plan, spin it sideways. Without you, I'm nothing at all. I'm unclean, a libertine, and every time you vent your spleen, I seem to lose the power of speech. You're slipping slowly from my reach. You always saw the good in me at all. I fall. Take the plan, spin it sideways. Without you, I'm nothing. Without you, I'm nothing. Without you, I'm nothing. Without you, I'm nothing at all. My Sweet Prince is about a heroine, which is should be avoided at all costs. You absolute morons! If you learn to breathe, you don't need drugs and stimulants, and any that you have in small quantities. Just saying. Hey, Annika, you are the trippy in a non-trippy world. I'm just saying.